Hi everybody, today we are going to talk about motivation in a sense of how to get motivated at your workplace. We know the workplace can be boring and motivation is also something seasonal, or you could say something that comes once in a while. Today you are in the mood to work, tomorrow you are not in the mood to work, and you end up doing shabby work, you end up not doing your best. But all in all, whenever you're not motivated and you're not at your best, you're not only hurting yourself, but you are hurting the business. And in the eyes of your employer, you may lose the job because at that moment, you don't seem to be something of value to the business. Any employer looks for someone who could bring value addition to the business. If you are a cashier, someone who doesn't make losses all the time is preferable. Needless to add, someone who doesn't make losses at all. Someone who markets the business, looks for where there is a bigger market for the business. Someone who is committed to work. Someone who has no issues at home. Someone who is willing to be there when he's needed. That is the kind of person an employer is looking for in an employee. So in a way, motivation can be a sign of job security, that you need to have it in order to perform well at work, in order for you to keep your job. Today's main topic is what are the different ways you can keep motivated at work without hurting yourself or your employer or the business, without losing that job. Our first point to this, we all know that we have different jobs that require different approaches, different skills, different mindsets. But that doesn't take away the most important position that you must take whenever you are at work. Because without taking this position, you're not going to do your best. You are going to keep on letting down your colleagues, your employer, the business, and at the end of the day, you are going to lose that one job. So, what are we going to begin with today? Before you decide to do any job, ask yourself one thing. Do you have passion for that job? Yes, passion is very, very important. And even if you're not a fan of work, there must be something that cannot frustrate you so much. Before you think about the money, do you love what you're doing? Because without love, the outcome of your work will be poor. Yes, passion for work. With passion for work, you create all the time for your work. You don't even mind about the money. It saves the biggest percentage of your problems at work because you love what you're doing. When you love what you're doing, the rest can come with easy and better solutions. Don't go into law if you don't like to be the kind of person that listens to people's problems, that gives advice to people's problems, addresses different issues. Most of all, if you don't like the courtroom, why should you be a lawyer? Don't be a doctor because someone else is a doctor. Don't be a doctor because your sister is a doctor, or your brother, or your friend, or you're being influenced by someone. And by influence, I don't mean desire to do something that you really like it. No, I mean influence because someone is forcing you to do something that you don't like. Being a lawyer is a serious business. Being a doctor is a serious business. Being an engineer is a serious business. Doing any work can be serious business. So the question is, before you choose a job that you want to do you like it? If you don't like it, my advice to you, don't go for it. Find something that you love to do. Find something that you have passion for. Leave the work that you don't have passion for to others, because you're going to make mistakes, you're going to feel lazy, you're not going to have commitment. And that is going to be disastrous for you. So it is important to have passion for work, passion for the job you're doing in order to succeed in life. Number 2, set goals. When you set a goal, your mind, your body, every part of you focuses on achieving that goal. When someone asks you why are you working, you may have goals. I want to have a lot of money. I want to build a house. I want to start my own business. I just want to have a better life. So when you have objectives, the next goal is to focus on achieving those objectives. You know that you cannot build a house without money. Where are you going to get the money? I'm going to work. Yes, you can get the money by working. So whenever you work, you just want to keep that job. You come to work with love every day, with passion, because you want to save some money to build a house. Because you want to save some money to start a business. Because you want to save some money and fulfill your goal, your dream. That will improve your mindset. That will improve your mood for work, because you know the only reason why you're working is to get that money so that you can realize your dreams. Number 3, make some friends. Why do you need friends? To support this point of why you need to make friends, you need to understand that sometimes work is not an easy place to be. Work can be too much for you. But if you make friends of your colleagues, you can go out after work and talk about the different problems that you are facing, and you get some guidance, some advice. I'm sure they will advise you that what's wrong in your area of work. Then you tell them that I have this problem at work. I tend not to understand this area of work. I wish someone can explain to me better of what I'm supposed to do. Your colleagues will very much like it to help you understand whatever you don't understand at work, especially if they are in that very field of work. So when you make friends of them, they will help you understand your work, love it, so that you grow with confidence at what you're doing. You don't have problems with what you're doing. Instead of hating work, you just love it. point, the next point is make an appointment with a counselor. You have to make an appointment with a counselor. Whenever you are having problems at work, whenever you are having problems in the family, because even family problems can affect your working environment. Any kind of personal problem, you can discuss it with a counselor because these are trained to understand you better when you're going through tough times and to help you find solutions to those problems. They guide you into finding solutions to those problems. If work is not going on so well, you can see a counselor. He can even suggest for you the best solution you could not have thought of if you had not seen the counselor. So counselors are important in life because they help us understand our psychological problems, emotional problems, work problems, and any sort of problem that you may be facing with. They can even suggest that you see a medical doctor because at times you live in self-denial. Yes, you may complain about this, you complain about that, but if you don't see someone who's neutral, you may not know that you have a problem. So this person can suggest that you go and seek medical help on any area that you're having difficulty with after this person properly analyzes your condition. So psychologists, counselors, they are all important in society. And in order for you to succeed at work, you must have one who you talk to whenever you have personal problems. Another point, go for medical checkup. Whenever you have a problem, be it mental, be it physical, you must seek medical help. Because when you seek medical help, you work with a clear mind on what you are doing. You work without worrying why you are sick, because a sick person doesn't work. A sick person seeks medical help. But when you work, when you're sick, the output of your work is clearly going to be poor quality. When you work while you are healthy, the output of your work is going to be of high quality and it's going to be admired. And who knows, you might get a promotion because your work is valued and is admirable. Next point, make research. When you make research, you understand your work better. When you understand your work better, you tend to do your best and to see that you achieve exactly what you are supposed to do at work. Because research enables your mind to be open about your work. You can suggest better ways of doing your work. You can even end up teaching your fellow colleagues on how to do their work better. But of course, don't forsake that, hey, you are doing it wrong. I know better. No. You may say, "Do you mind if I suggest something?" Then they may reply yes or no. But if they say yes, you can say, "I made some research and I discovered that if you do it this way, you can even do it better." You are being polite because you are all professionals. But don't come up in a way like they don't know, so you're going to tell them exactly what to do. You are doing it wrong. You don't do things that way. You do it like this. That way is too slow. This way is too fast. Remember, you all have correct methods of doing your work, otherwise your colleague wouldn't be in the hospital. But if you've discovered a faster way to do your work better, you just politely ask to share a better way to do the work better. So research is important. This point brings me to the other point that has to be important, of course: communication. Remember, we have said that when you know something, you don't just show it that your word is their command. No. You suggest. You make polite suggestions. You request to do it in another way that you think is better. Because if you have poor communication at work, you will end up in disagreements with your colleagues. You will end up in fights. And whenever you don't have a good working relationship with your colleagues, even the work you do is going to be bad. It's not going to come out well enough. You will end up losing your job. They may even end up staying. But if you create a good environment at work for yourself, you create a good working environment at work for your colleagues, the work you are going to put out there is going to be massively beautiful. People are going to like it. They are going to comment. They are going to look for you. If you're a doctor, they will say, "I don't want any other doctor to work on me that is for the side of the patients. I want Dr. So-and-so because he has better communication skills." With better communication skills, you will get the information required from the patient. But you don't suggest for the patient immediately after seeing them. They may be suffering from something else. Try to understand them. Ask them simple questions so that they give you simple answers before you conclude with what they may be suffering from. The same with clients. Clients come with different problems. A good lawyer will listen to their client. He will analyze each and every fact their client says. And if they're in the wrong, the lawyer will tell them straight away and then suggest a remedy that they can seek court to do. If they are right, still you have to ask for a remedy from court. Since this is not a law class, I will not go deep into law because I would have said mitigating factors. Lawyers know this kind of communications, especially in court. They're very important. There are those mitigating factors if you are in the wrong. What pushed you to do what you did? My lord, I had no choice. Why? Because of superior orders. Superior orders? Who gave you the command? The general, your honor. The general will be summoned come and testify because the accused is pointing fingers at you. So, in every field of work, we must act professional. We must create a good working environment, because with a good working environment, we understand each other better and we end up producing good quality work. A good working environment involves a good relationship with your colleagues, a good relationship with your clients. The other point that can keep you getting motivated, keep you working harder, is to put it into yourself that whenever you have a win at work, whenever you have something that you have achieved at work, celebrate it. Because whenever you celebrate a win, you are going to be forced to look for another win. You treated a patient and that patient got healed. You can celebrate a win that today I have cured about 5 patients. They have all gone home feeling better, and they're not coming back for any more medical observation unless otherwise. Today I won a case in court. It was the hardest case I have ever received, even if it wasn't hard, but I put in a lot of work to reach where I reached and to make sure that I give clear submissions to the judge. The house that I was assigned to construct is already put up and the owners are ready to enter. That is if you're an engineer. So, a finished constructed house, patients who are fully recovered, cases which you have won in court, any other small business that you are doing that is doing better, have some celebrations within yourself. Have some kind of celebration that you do in order to get motivated to achieve more success. You may decide to order pizza. It doesn't have to be a big celebration. But whenever you recognize a win and celebrate for it, you will not want to be on the losing side. You will always look for a win. And whenever you look for a win and you get it, I don't think you will ever be a loser again. So celebrations are important because first of all, they instill confidence in you that you can do it better. You can get more wins. They instill confidence in you that you have to believe in yourself. If you made it, you can do it again. There's nothing that can stop you from doing it again. Now, the next point is very, 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 very important. If you want to succeed, you must make a plan. People without a plan are the failures in life. Plan your day, because there is a saying that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. When your day begins, plan your day well. What am I supposed to do at work today? I have those receipt books that I have to get and buy. I have to buy food for fellow employees. I have to attend to a customer at such a time. Then I have to finish this assignment by this time. If you have your entire day planned out, there is no way you are going to make mistakes. In fact, it eliminates 99.9% of the chances of being forgetful because you plan your day exactly the way you intend to spend it. And whenever you finish a task, you just open your diary. What next am I supposed to do today? When you finish that item, you tick it. You finish that item, you tick it. At the end of the day, you will surely appreciate the power of a plan. It eliminates 99.9% of all the chances that you are going to forget. You just get inspired instead to work harder, make better plans, and improve your life. The other point is to make a review of yourself. Make a review of the progress of your work. Make a review. Because with that review, you can understand your progress at work. You can know whether you are doing right or you are doing wrong. Is there hope in what you're doing? You may do a business that is not performing. Yes, the business will be down, the business is not performing, but with hard work and commitment, the review will tell you whether your efforts are paying off. And if needs be, change the kind of business that you are doing. That is for the employer. Now, for the employee, if you review the progress of your work, you can understand whether the work you are doing benefits the company, the work you are doing benefits the employer. What are the customers' comments about the product that you are meant to specifically supervise? Are they saying it's good enough, it meets the expectations? Are they complaining about it? Is there a positive response in the market that people are buying continuously the product? Especially the product that you are supposed to supervise when it's manufactured, when it gets into the market, when it's your responsibility. If truly all is going on well in the market, then the review will show that your progress at work is good. And if it's good, you automatically get motivated to work harder. The other point is to take a break whenever the pressure has accumulated at work. You may have a pile of work in front of you and you are struggling to finish it. But if you decide to take a 5 minutes break after you realize that you are making mistakes, you come back when you are really refreshed. So you need to take a break and come back refreshed. How long it takes for you to have a break depends on an individual. You just have to go out, take a little break, you come back refreshed, complete your task, because work without rest only encourages mistakes. But you want to do your work better? You want to be good at what you're doing? You have to take some rest before you come back to accomplish your work. The other point is to surround yourself with motivated people. If you surround yourself with people who love to work, people who know what they're doing, people who love what they're doing, chances are high that you will end up loving what you're doing and even doing it better than surrounding those who are lazy, who don't have passion for work, who will force you to end up being lazy yourself, which in the first place you are trying to avoid. So it is important to surround yourself with people who are ready to work, people who are motivated, people who give you the energy to do the right thing at work. Lastly, you have to stay positive. It's not easy not to stay positive because we all find ups and downs at work, but you have to stay positive because when you stay positive, there is no reason to quit. You must have hope within yourself that things are going to be better. You must love what you are doing. When you have a positive mentality, chances are very high of you minimizing mistakes at work. Chances are very high that you do the best out of your work and you even exceed your expectations. So it is important to stay positive at work at all times. Thank you for listening. See you next time.